fellas. All right, at the bottom, I left you a memo. If you did not complete your assignment on yesterday, definitely make sure you try to get that complete today, sometime during your lunch break or whenever you can. All right, today we're gonna have a look at terminating and repeating decimals. I'm gonna give you about 2 to 3 minutes to get these vocabulary words. It's only 2. Give you about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to turn around right now, students are copying these few notes on terminating and repeating decimals. Few minutes. Good morning, Trayvon. Right now, students are copying their few notes for this morning.
Okay. The ones that's on the board, thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You may still be writing, and that's fine. So today we're going to look at terminating and repeating decimals. It reminds us that all fractions can be written as decimals through division. Hopefully that's what you remember from 6th grade. The next piece it tells us we can either get a terminating decimal, that's a decimal that stops, or a repeating decimal, which is a decimal with repeating digits. And I gave us 2 examples at the bottom. So looking at 0.25, would you say that's a terminating decimal or a repeating decimal?
Terminating.
That would be terminating. And then we see the next decimal got 0.33333.
That's a repeating decimal. A
repeating decimal. So some of our questions would be just that easy, us being able to look at that decimal and determine if it's terminating or if it repeats. One thing to remember about repeating, if it does repeat, we have to make sure we put a little repeated bar over the digits that repeat. So So in this second example, we see that it has all these threes. So we would just write that as 0.3 with a bar over the 3, reminding us, hey, that 3 going on and on and on and on. Any questions about it? All right, good job. I see us shaking our heads. All right, everybody got what you need?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got a phone call. 1 second. All right, my apologies. All right, so that's what we're going to look at today, just terminating and repeating decimals. All right, so looking at this question, it says Isaiah knows that 1/4 is written as 0.25 as a decimal. He wants to figure out how can we find a decimal for 5/4 without dividing. Anybody have an idea how we can figure out 5/4 without dividing?
So 4/4, they're gonna equal 1/2, so they're gonna be 100%. Plus that 5, they're gonna be 25%.
Okay, plus another 1/4, you say it'll be 25 and then 25%. Okay, so you're saying 125%?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else have an idea of how we can figure out 5/4 without dividing? All right. One method that always sticks out to me, it has a denominator of 4. Anytime I see 4, I think of quarters. Anytime I see 4, I would think of quarters. So I know 1/4, that's 1/4, which is 25 cents or 25%. And then 5/4, that would be $1.25, or in other words, Jacob told us at the bottom, 125%. Well, good job, Jacob. Any questions about how we can use mental math and things that we already know without dividing to help us get a decimal? Any questions? All right, let's have a look at this one. It says Anna saves 5/8 of her money. What percent of her money does Anna save? And Jacob just helped us remember that all decimals can also be written as percent. You're shifting 2 times. I'm trying to get 5/8 as a decimal, then to a percent. What needs to be divided by what? All right, so always remember that top number is what will be divided.
Side by bag.
Good job. 5 divided by 8. If I only have 5, can I take out 8?
No.
All right, what about 50? How many groups of 8 can I take out of 50?
6.
All right, and then 6 times 8 will get us to
48.
48.
All right, subtract.
2.
Can I have a remainder when I have a decimal? All right, you may or may not know. Decimals cannot have a remainder. If we get a remainder, we should add a 0 and keep dividing. So decimals cannot have a remainder. If we get a remainder, we have to add a 0 to the end and keep dividing. So now we have 20 being divided by 8. What's 20 divided by 8?
2.
2.
All right, and then 2 times 8?
16.
16.
Good job. All right, 20 minus 16 will get us to what?
4.
Awesome. Can we have that remainder? What do we need to do?
Keep dividing.
Good job. Keep dividing. So we're going to add another 0 and keep dividing. What's 40 divided by 8?
5.
Good job. That would be 5. And then what's 5 times 8?
40.
40.
Good job. 40 minus 40 got us to 0. That's how we know we're finished dividing. So now we have a decimal 0.625. 0.625. Now we said we can shift that and make a percent by shifting 2 times. So if we shift 2 times, what would be our percent?
62% of 5.
All right, 62.5%. Good job. So if it's still a digit after that decimal, definitely make sure we include it as well. And percent can be a decimal. So 62.5%. Any questions about it, fellas?
I'm still right.
All right, let me know when you're ready, William.
I'm finished.
All right, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute. Read this problem and see if you can figure out what's going on. All right, it reads. It says use division to find the decimal equivalent for 1/7. Be sure to continue dividing until the decimal terminates or begins to repeat. What are we dividing?
1 divided by 7. 1 divided by
Stop.
The numerator by the denominator.
So definitely make sure we all understand that the numerator is the one that goes on the inside. For those of us who did not know, just make sure we understand that part. The numerator goes on the inside and the denominator on the outside. All right, so what's 10 divided by 7?
0.
All right. Now look again, 10 divided by 7.
Oh, 1.
Good job. And 1 times 7.
7.
Job, subtract.
3.
Can we stop?
No.
No.
Okay. 30 divided by 7.
4.
4 times 7.
28.
28.
Can we stop now?
No.
Okay, we can't stop. Add another 0. 20 divided by 7.
2.
2.
2 times 7.
14.
Okay.
Subtract.
6.
Job. Now can I stop?
No.
Okay. 60 divided by 7.
8.
8,
And 8 times 7?
56.
56.
60 minus 56.
4,
4.
Can we stop there?
No.
Well, what's 40 divided by 7?
3. Oh.
3
Oh.
times
4.
4. 4 times 7. Got something higher than 4. Try it again.
5.
Good job. And 5 times 7 will give us?
35.
Subtract, we get a 5.
Mhm.
Can we stop?
No. Oh, God, man.
You might be running out of room like me. What's 50 divided by 7?
Okay.
7.
7.
Okay, 7 times 7.
49.
40,
Good job. 50 minus 49.
1.
then stop.
Said we can stop. Why can we stop now?
Because they repeated the first stop on
Good job. That 1 is going to let us know that, hey, we're about to start repeating because now we're back at this point. So that means all of these digits will repeat and need a repeater bar. Good job, fellas. Any questions about it?
No, man.
All right, William, you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good job.
I thought you said there was no girls in the back.
All right, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute.
I got the answer.
Out, Houston.
Oh, never mind.
All right, now I'm gonna read it again, Houston. If you change your mind and still want to give it to us, we'll get it. It says, Audrey is practicing basketball. She makes a basket from the free throw line 8 out of 25 shots. Which decimal shows the fraction of Audrey's shots that result in baskets? Circle the letter of the correct answer. You still want to talk to us, Houston?
I got beat till I look down here.
Okay, okay. Okay, I got you. You got B until you look below. Okay. Who else did I see? Jacob, did I see you? You got something to tell us?
I got A.
All right, you want to talk to us?
I put out 8 divided by 25.
All right, so let me explain this because I can already tell from looking over here that either we're placing that decimal in the incorrect spot. So remember, when we have 8 out of 25, that's not a whole number. So that means our answer should not be a whole number. So that's one way to help us start eliminating from the beginning. So just remember, when you set up that division, we got 8 being divided by 25. We already know 8 cannot divide into 25. So go ahead and add that decimal and 0 behind that 8.
Oh, I got another one.
Go ahead, Hugh.
I think it's C too.
Okay.
C. 8 divided by 25.
I'm listening. How many quarters get us close to 80?
3.
Good job. 75 cents. So when we subtract, what did you end up with?
5.
5.
Got a decimal, so we know we need to add a 0 and bring it down. 50. How many quarters get me to 50 cents?
2.
Good job.
2.
So our decimal would be C. So Hewlin and Jacob, definitely make sure we go ahead and add that decimal in the beginning to put it in the correct place, okay? And that's anybody else who made that same error. So at the bottom, when they mention Jorge, that's what we can say. He placed his decimal in the incorrect place. Good job, fellas. So another thing, you heard me mentioning quarters. Anytime we are dividing by 25, my mind instantly goes to quarters. Yours may do the same as you start to progress through your math, but if not, that's an easier way to help us determine with those factors and multiples of 25. Good job, fellas. Any questions from anybody?
No, ma'am.
All right, everybody got what we need this morning? All right, awesome. I see us communicating through head nods. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute.
I think it's C.
All right. Hold that thought, hold that thought. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it, but hold that thought.
I got 8.
All right, hold that thought too.
Yeah, I got 8 too.
Yeah, I think A.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It says Jose's apple weighs 4/5 pounds. Marta's apple weighs 0.5 pounds. How much more does Joe's apple weigh than Marta's? All right, somebody talk to us.
They want to know how much more does Joe's apple weigh than Marcus.
All right, come on.
And Marcus is 8.
So I divided 4 or 5. With 4 divided by 5.
All right, they got you to what?
40.
40.
Because 8 times 5 equals 40.
At my age.
All right, so we just figured out that she's 0.8. All right, who had the next step?
Then you subtract 0.8 to 0.5.
Good job. So if you did not remember that how much more deals with subtraction, that was a subtraction. So for those of us who had C, that proves that you did divide, but we didn't take that second step. So 0.8 subtract that 0.5 would end up with what?
0.3.
0.3.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So for different questions, definitely make sure we go back and double check to make sure we answered everything they wanted us to answer. Yes, dividing got us to 0.8, but it was one other step. So always reread and double check.
Yes, a trick.
Yes, we also have to track. Good job, fellas. Any questions about it?
No, man.
All right. All right, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It says at 2:30 a.m. the temperature in Joel is 3 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature drops 3/4 of a degree in 30 minutes. What is the temperature in Joel at 3 a.m.? Anyone want to talk to us? All right. So we know we starting at 3 degrees, and then they said it's dropping 3/4, so we know that's going to deal with some subtraction. So let's go ahead and figure out that decimal value for 3/4. Did anybody figure that out? 3 divided by 4?
0.7.
0 point.
Good job.
0.05.
That's one of those where we can think about quarters. 3/4 is 75 cents. So we know we will be dropping or subtracting 0.75. So then you should have took your 3 whole and subtract 0.75. Don't forget that if it's missing a place, to fill it in with a placeholder. All right, and then we're subtracting with 0. So 0 cannot take away 5, so we will take away 1 from 30 to get 29. 10 minus 5 will get us to what?
5.
2.
Good job,
Two.
and then bring the 2 down. So
Bring
we're
down the 2 down.
at 2.25 degrees Fahrenheit.
Pardon any interruption. Ms. Longino, bring large white trash bags to the gym. Ms. Longino, bring black trash bags to the white gym. Thank you.
My apologies about that. So just remember, when we have a decimal and a whole number, don't forget that whole number, you can add a decimal and a 0 behind, and then fill in missing places. Just don't forget that. Any questions about it, fellas?
No, ma'am.
Good job. All right, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute. We got 4 different fractions, and they want us to determine if that fraction will terminate or if that fraction will repeat. I'm gonna give you about a minute. I think I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes.
I got you. Bella. I mean,
Yes, Taylor.
I can't see it. There we go.
Okay. Your internet may be lagging some, or mine.
Miss Cashins,
Uh-huh.
what is this word mean? Terminate.
Terminates mean the decimal stops. And then repeats mean it has repeating digits.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Was anyone able to figure out 4/3?
Yes.
What you
Yeah.
got?
Terminate.
Terminate. Let's see.
Repeat.
4 divided by 3. Somebody said terminates. We gotta check that.
That's wrong.
Hold on, we gotta figure it out. 3, 9, bring a 1 down. What do you see that's beginning to happen?
You're using the same numbers.
Usually the same number.
Yes, we're using that same number of 10. So yes, that would be one that repeats. And one trick, anytime you have a denominator of 3, it will repeat anytime. All right, did somebody try 3 9s?
Yes.
What you got? How did you do it?
Repeat.
I got repeats.
Repeat.
3 divided by 9. That'll be what? 3? Yeah. That 3 looks like it's gonna keep going. Good job. All right, what about 9/15? All right, well, let's have a look. 9 being divided by 15. All right, somebody know multiples of 15 to get us to 90?
6.
6.
All right, I heard 5, I heard 6. I know 5 times 5 will give me about 25, so I'm guessing it's 6. All right, we ended up with 0. Is that gonna repeat or will it terminate?
Terminate.
Terminate.
Good job, that terminates. 0.6, it stopped. Anytime we get a 0 at the bottom, that's how we know if it'll terminate or if it'll repeat. All right, 10/18. Who tried it?
Me.
What you got, Human?
Repeat.
Repeats. All right, I'm trying to squeeze it in. 10 divided by 18. 0. How many 18s go into 100? About 5. Somebody help us out. 5 times 18.
It's about 5.
9.
Andy.
Okay, that was 90. And then when we subtract, we'll get a 10, add another 0, we back where we started. Good job, fellas, that did repeat. Awesome. Any questions about it?
No, man.
And you probably asking yourself, well, why Miss Ketchum's doing that dividing? Yes, 7th graders use calculators, but this particular standard, they like to see your division so we can see if you actually understand that concept. That's all that is. Not saying that you can't use the calculator to do it, because we can do that as well. But we got to get that deep understanding so you can understand what those numbers mean.